You're watching Google Gemini presents Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Saiyami Kher. I've got DK with me. DK, England in all sorts of trouble. They're 64 for 4 after 10 overs. New Zealand were 84 for 2. Harry Brook was looking very good until Glenn Phillips came and got him out, and Bethel 21 of 16. Rutchins picked up 1, Glenn Phillips picked up 1, and then the two pacers picked up 1 each. We can say that New Zealand looking like the clear favourites right now.
Yeah, I can see a smile on your face. I know you want New Zealand to win. Yes, England definitely in a bit of bother. I think it's only going to get tougher because as the ball gets older, it grips a little bit more. It becomes a little more abrasive, the ball, and hence it starts turning more. So as of now, New Zealand holding all the aces.
Well, all New Zealand fans will want to be there watching this game, and it's going to be very easy to go watch a World Cup game with Google Gemini. All you need to do is take a selfie. You need to create your fan look on Google Gemini and then tag Google India when you submit your entries. So it's very simple if you want to go watch your team play in the stadium. So quickly go and do that. DK coming back to the game. Again for England, the openers didn't fire. Yes, they were very good balls, but it's been a major problem for England. Once again, Phil Salt and Joss Butler, 2 and not. And then there was that partnership where you felt, okay, maybe Harry Brook can get them home, but he got out as well.
Yeah, it's been an area that's troubled England so far. Joss Butler especially, he's had a very ordinary tournament. Phil Salt as well has been a quiet tournament by his standards, and both of them are such key players for this English lineup, and it almost feels like they're over dependent on Harry Brook, even though he actually has got just the 100, nothing too much before or after that. So England with their batting do look vulnerable, but the one thing I will say, they've played on some tough pitches, Saimi.
Yes.
So in Colombo, it's not easy to get going that quickly, and when you lose form and rhythm, it can be very hard to get it back in those kind of pitches, and you're at times chasing above par totals, and that is putting even more pressure on the batters.
And then you have a Matt Henry who comes out and bowls the way he did in that first over because he was spectacular.
He'll give nightmares, Sammy. I'm telling you, when you play him, you don't know the one to come back in, or you're playing for the outswinger. He's at the top of his form, and he's actually dominated across formats for some time now. He's a very underrated bowler, I believe, because New Zealand, very few players have actually seen the limelight being spoken about as some of the best. He is actually one of the top bowlers in the world right now because he's got great backspin on the ball, and when there is something in the pitch, he extracts as much as possible. And with any new ball, red ball menacing, but even with the white ball and the seam being slightly not as protruding as the red ball, he still finds a way to get the ball to seam. He is hard work as a new ball batter, and hats off to him. I think New Zealand have obviously found something that is so valuable in Matt Henry that they've preserved him, and now he's coming good so well.
Well, we saw what he did in that opening spell. The Pacers still have 2 overs each left, but do you think they'll go with the spin or they'll go to the Pacers and the spin all the way, you feel?
Not all the way. They'll obviously give an over if required to Lockie or Henry at some point, but it looks like spin is the name of the game. We saw England bowl their last few overs only with spin, and that could be the same case here. And it could get to a point where England trying to keep up with the run rate could play a few shots and end up losing a few wickets, and then you're not under pressure. So then they could bowl anybody, but I still feel New Zealand far ahead in this game.
Well, you said to keep up with the run rate. Now it's 73 for 4. Do you see them playing those big shots, or do they, taking that target closer towards the 16th, 17th, 18th over and then playing the big shots?
They have to try and keep up with the run rate. It's not a kind of pitch where you can backload it and say, okay, in the last 3 I'll get 40, because it's very hard. You saw even when New Zealand batting, the fact that they had wickets in hand at some point, they still couldn't accelerate that quickly. So you need to almost try and find a boundary in over and keep that pressure on. There will be probably one big over where you can get 15, 18, but it's not a pitch where you can get 3 overs of 15 or something like that.
All right, we'll wait and watch and see if there is a miracle from someone for England. We'll give you all those updates in our post-match show. Thank you so much, DK. Thank you, everyone, for watching Google Gemini presents Cricbuzz Comm Box.